Do this one thing every day to manifest 10 times faster. And that is this: pretend you won the lottery. I know some of you guys do this. I've done this recently where I found a lottery ticket, a Mega Millions, on the floor. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe I just found a random Mega Millions ticket on the floor. So what I started doing is it enticed me to start thinking, oh my gosh, the universe gave me this. I guarantee you I'm going to win. Like, and in my head, I had a little feeling that I was going to win. I did not. It doesn't matter. But it was the universe putting that out in front of me and saying, hey, here you go. Look at this. Imagine what it would be like if you won. It was like $700 million. And I was like, bro, what would I do with $700 million? Like, think about that. Think about that. Imagine winning the lottery. What would you do with the money that you won that kind of money with? The other reason why we don't manifest an insane amount of money is because you don't know what you're going to do with that money. You have to know what you want to do with that money first, or else the money won't come to you. Why would money come to those that don't know how to use it? Money is a tool. Money is to be used. That is it. It's that simple. It is just a simple tool. You can do a lot of things with money. You can do a lot of very positive things with money. You can help out a lot of people with money. You can change the world with money. You can also do bad things with money. Law of cause and effect. Positive and negative. There's a negative in every positive, and a positive in every negative. But we're focusing on the positive here. So just think about what you would do. Like, think about the charities you would help out. Just ask yourself, what would I do with $700 million? What would you do with it? What would you do with it? That's why money does not come to those who think small. Because if you're just focusing on paying your bills, being debt-free, which is great and all, don't get me wrong, like, I'm all about the debt-free mindset and saving for my own future. But the other thing is, what can you do for society with that money? What could you do to help society out? What could you do to help other people out with that money? And really just, like, be selfless for a little bit and just think about all the positive things you could do with that money. I want you guys to do this today. I want, on your phone or on a notebook, I want you to write 10 things that you would do with $700 million. Write down 7 things. And pretend it's real. Pretend you won it. I want you to pretend you won it. I don't want you guys to just write down things that you just feel like you need to write down, and don't, like, write down things that you feel other people want you to do with the money. No, do exactly what you want to do with that $700 million. What makes you want to spend that money and what you want to spend that money on? What do you want with that? How will you spend it? How will you help others out? How will you help yourself out? What do you want out of it? It's your life. Feel as if you're already there. That is the main thing about this manifestation. You gotta feel as if you already have it. You gotta feel as if it's already there. You gotta have those feelings, and that feeling is the heart. And there's a reason this stuff works, why you have to play a game like this, why you have to pretend, you know, and act as if. The reason this all works like that, why you have to act as if, and that's because that's where you're on that frequency. You have to be on the frequency of that which you want. And the reason why we're not on the frequency of that which we want is because we're remembering all this stuff in the past. The fact that, oh, my family's never had that kind of money. Why would I have that kind of money? Why not you? Why not you? Look at all the people there's 1,700 people are becoming millionaires every single day right now. Why can't you become a millionaire? 1,700 people per day right now are becoming millionaires. Right now is the best time alive to be prosperous. We're in a very prosperous time in history. And if you're going to sit here and complain about, and say all these negative things about what's going on in this history, well, that's why you're at the position you're at, because that's what you're focusing on. Stop focusing on the bullshit. Focus on what you do want. Stop focusing on what you don't want. All the bad things going on in the world, you focusing on that and you being pissed off at that is not going to solve it. It's not. It's going to make it worse. Have you noticed that? The more you focus on bullshit, the more bullshit there is, and the worse it gets. It's because that's what you're focusing on. The law of attraction works all the time, if you believe it or not. And that is also a dangerous thing, because whatever you focus on is what you're creating. The law of attraction does not care if you're a good person or a bad person. It works all the time. It works all the time, 24/7, 365, doesn't matter who you are. The law of attraction is like attracts like. It's just that simple. What you're focusing on is what you're creating. But it's the thought coupled with emotion. It's your emotion. It's how you feel. It's your feelings. Your feelings, it's what actually manifests the fastest. It's your feelings. But it's your thoughts that create your feelings. And it's your feelings, inspired action, that gives you the inspiration to be like, oh, this is a good idea. I'm going to go and do this. There's the action part. Like me seeing a lottery ticket in front of my face, that was the universe planting that seed. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what if I won the lottery? That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. Because I also have a money figure I have in my head that I want to have by this time next year. And then that lottery ticket drops out. It's kind of like the universe put me back in my place because I wasn't where I should have been. And I'm like, oh, sweet. Let me just imagine what it'd be like to win $700 million. Like, how cool would that be? And feel it all the time. Just, it doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be here. It doesn't have to be here. You being depressed or being happy, you cause your own state of happiness or depression. Other people don't. You let other people decide how you are going to feel today. But you are the one that makes you feel that way. If you're in the right state of mind, someone could say something really mean to you and you'd be like, you know what? I feel bad for you. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Doesn't affect me. If some random stranger calls you and says, I'm never talking to you again, I'm going to block you, don't talk to me, you'd be like, okay. That emotionally doesn't affect me because you don't know that person. Just like you have 60,000 thoughts going on per day in your mind, and most of them are negative. But the thing is, your thoughts only help manifest when you have a belief or an emotion attached to it. So if your best friend says, I'm not talking to you again, you're emotionally attached to that person. So you're going to feel it. And you're going to be like, oh no, I want you to talk to me. Don't not talk to me. I don't like that. Like, it doesn't make me feel good. Because you're emotionally connected to it. But it's your thoughts coupled with emotion that manifests. So if you have a thought that doesn't have any emotion to it, it's just a thought. It doesn't mean anything. And most of our thoughts come from how we were raised, our belief systems, and all a belief system is, hear me out, all a belief system is a thought that you believe that you keep thinking. You can change your belief systems. It's not that hard. You just got to be aware of them first. Be like, well, why do I believe this? Or why do I believe that? And then you can follow it down the line of why you believe that. Like, why do I believe whatever you... So tonight, again, I want you guys to write down 10 things you would do with $700 million if you won the Powerball. Comment below one of those things, and I'll see you guys in the next one.